Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is titled, What Are People's Secret Thoughts of You? This is actually a new reading, so I just want to spice it up a little bit. And yeah, let's move on to the three piles. So I have three piles for you to choose from. You are welcome to pick more than one, but please pick using your intuition. I'm going to give you all a second to pick, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number one. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number one. If you chose pile number one, this is your reading. So hello. Thank you all for being so patient with me as I make these new readings. I know that I have a different speed, but I have to do it at my speed. So thank you for understanding. Anyways, people secretly think that you're very attractive. You're highly attractive. Chef's kiss. They want to be your lover, your friend, the combination, the whole duo. And simply, people just want to be around you, pal number one. So people just feel like, you have this really easygoing, chill vibe to you. And it's something that people resonate with themselves. Like, give me just a second. I had to clear my throat. But your vibe is like something that people resonate with. Like, you're not into drama. You're not out here wreaking havoc in the lives of others. It's like you mind your business, you stay in your own lane. And this is something that people find attractive, okay? It's something that they secretly think when they look at you is that, wow, this person is chill, low key, minds their business. It's like you check off the boxes on people's lists. So people may look for a lover who's chill or a friend who's chill, and you check that off the list. Okay. So people could secretly think that they want you to be their specific romantic partner or their best friend. Okay. So let's get into these cards. So the first card that we have for you is purity. And then that butterfly stands out to me. It's like you're the light in people's lives. Okay, that's something people secretly think of you, but I feel like you've experienced a really huge transformation. I feel like you've been able to heal from a lot of things that were traumatic for you. And I feel like this new energy has helped you to stop caring so much. And I'm not saying that you don't care, like you lack empathy. No, I'm saying that you don't allow little things to bother you. You've become more nonchalant, like you don't care what people think about you or how they perceive you or how they judge your life or your career, your profession, where you live. Like you're not caring what people perceive anymore because I feel like you went through therapy or you found your own form of therapy where you've learned that other people's reality is their reality and yours is yours. So there's this peace you have because in your energy, power number one, I feel peaceful. Okay. And other people feel that when they're in your energy. It's something people secretly think. It's like your energy is like aromatherapy. Like that's the best way to put it. Like if you're burning a really good incense with a candle, or you have an aroma diffuser or an oil diffuser, you know how that is. And you have the LED lights, and then you just have that energy, pile number one. And that's something people secretly think. But I also feel like you transform because, I feel like you've always been a chill person, but I feel like you've become even more at peace when you learn to care more about your perception of yourself rather than outside perceptions. Okay. The next card we have is Oh Me. So I feel like you see things as like they have spiritual meaning to them. Like you may be somebody who you don't believe in coincidences, or you don't think that things like happen like without a cause or without a reason. I'm also getting that you see a lot of synchronicities. People secretly think you're very connected to the universe. So I feel like people desire to have that connection that you have. So you do inspire people, but um there's something about the color black with you, and it's also making me think about black crystals. And we know that those crystals usually offer some form of protection. So people could secretly think that you're very reserved and quiet and you protect your energy, but I feel like you do it for a very good reason. Okay. You want to shield yourself from all low vibrational people and energy vampires. So it's okay to be a recluse when you have to be, okay? Depending on the environment. But people secretly think like you see things deeper than they do. I feel like you could be somebody who you could interpret art really well, and other people may look at the same painting and don't see what you see. So I feel like your mind is something that also people find attractive here. It's given like a people just find you attractive because this reading is like what are people's secret thoughts, but what I'm getting is what people find attractive. So people do find you attractive. But I feel like there's so many dimensions of you, like you're multidimensional. So I feel like people really fall in love with these different sides of you. People also secretly think that, you're not the same person that you used to be. Like, I'm specifically picking up high school. So maybe you graduated around 5 to 10 years ago. And then for some of you, this could even be as long as like 20 years ago. And it's like you're no longer that person. Like, you've outgrown certain beliefs you used to have about yourself or how people treated you. Like, you shifted. And I feel like maybe people made you feel like you were the ugly duckling. But it's like you're not in that energy anymore where you feel sorry about yourself and you accept people's projections. Like maybe you used to accept people's projections of you as the truth. Maybe you used to be the kind of person that was like, well, if people think that about me, then it must be true. Like, no. I feel like you took your power back when you realized that you're the one that's going to define yourself, not them. Okay. The next card that we have for you is the Three of Cups. So people secretly think like you're fun to hang out with. People want to see what you're like, especially if this is like work. People want to see what you're like, okay? And please disregard any background noise, okay? But people secretly think that you're fun to hang around. And I feel like people feel like you're fun to talk to. Like maybe you're very philosophical and people feel like they learn things or like you help people see the deeper meaning. Like I'm picking up like Nancy Drew. When I was little, I used to love Nancy Drew. So it's like you're into like mysteries and figuring out things. Like that's the energy I'm picking up with you. And like I'm picking up Sherlock Holmes. So you give off these vibes to people, okay? Like you're the one that's gonna find the mystery because I keep seeing references to mysteries. So people can secretly think you're a mystery in itself, but people just see you as somebody that helps them figure out mysteries within themselves. So you would really make a good like detective or a therapist because you know how to get to the bottom of things. And that would make sense because look what we have here. We have this card here. It says you act like a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio here, especially with the black energy. And then a raven it's a black bird. It's given Scorpio. So you see through the depths of things. Okay. This is something people secretly think about you. You also are very seductive. Okay. That's something people secretly think. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. So people could see you as financially stable. They could also see you as, again, you check off those boxes, like the things that they want in a friend and a partner, in a coworker, in an employee, like things like that. Like you check off those boxes. Like you are, you keep to yourself a lot, but people still want to be around you because your energy is so magnetic. Like you could be like pile number one, you give me the energy of you go to a park and you're just chilling and then 10 minutes later it's a whole bunch of people coming. It's because your energy is so healing, but it also just kind of lures people in. It's kind of giving like you're a mermaid, pile number one. So you may have like a really pretty voice as well, or there's something about your voice, okay, that people secretly think that's seductive and it brings them in. The next card that we have here is, and that would make sense. Look, there's a radio. That would make sense. We talk about the voice. The next card we have is gratitude. Okay. And then look, water. There's water here. So you could be a water sign because Scorpio is a water sign. And then we have the Three of Cups. So that's water energy. They see you as somebody who is very grateful. Maybe you also have really good music taste. Okay. This is something people secretly think, but they also see you as somebody who's very grateful for what they have. You're very grateful for the little things. Maybe you make gratitude posts. Maybe you have a gratitude journal, or you just talk about the importance of gratitude. Maybe you teach people this like indirectly. Okay, maybe you make posts about it. Take what resonates, but people see you as somebody who's grateful for what they have. The next card we have is manifestation. So you know how to bring things towards you. People feel like you can bring things towards you very easily. Like if you want something, like it's easy for you to go get it because not only are you thinking about it from a spiritual perspective, you also have a practical perspective. You know that, oh, okay, for example, let's say you want to get a degree. You know that the degree is already yours because you're going to put the intention into it, but you have to be practical and know that it's going to take a couple years and some money and some time. Okay. So you have that balance here. And this is something that, you know, people secretly think that you are somebody who's always going to achieve your goals because you put your mind to it. And not only that, you trust in the universe to get it done. Okay. This is something people secretly think. So people also secretly think you have pretty hands, whether you are male, female, or non-binary. Okay. Take what resonates. People also look, it says, I see you in my dreams. So again, with that Scorpio energy, I feel like not only have you transformed, but I feel like you help other people transform. You help other people grow more into themselves. You help other people learn the importance of manifestation. I feel like you really embody the law of least effort or the law of assumption. Like you understand the law of attraction. Power number one. This is something people secretly think. It's like people could see you as like a spiritual teacher. Power number one. You may have a platform where you do this, or you may not. But it's just like people learn by you. They learn through example, through the things you do. Okay. You could feel like people are mimicking you, but it's really they're inspired. Power number one. The next card we have is Megan Thee Stallion Cobra. So you went through some type of transformation because in this song she's talking about things she's been through, how she overcame them, and basically it's like a snake shedding its skin. So you have went through a lot, power number one, and that's why you're able to help people down their path because of the experiences you've overcome yourself, the trials and tribulations you've been through. Okay, and then we also have you're the only one. Okay, so people could feel like, again, they want to be your lover, they want to be your friend, they feel like you're the one. You check off all these boxes, okay? And I feel like just how you carry yourself and how you think, people really find that to be attractive. Pound number one, okay? So that was your reading. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to book a reading, that information will be in the description box below. Thank you. And to all my new subscribers, hello, I'm Blossom. Stay tuned for more. Mwah. Peace. All right, flower babies, welcome to your read. So, as I told pal number one, I want to thank you for the real subscribers, my real flower babies who understand my schedule, who understand my speed, who know that I take time to put out such beautiful artwork and content. Thank you. So, pal number two, what are people's secret thoughts? So, people think that you're very financially stable, honey. They feel like you're getting to the bag, okay? And they feel like the true source of your blessings may come from someone else, but in reality, it comes from you. So people may attribute your success, power number two, to outside sources or help, but really it's been you. Of course, we all have people who help us, and we have our spirit guides and our ancestors that help us, but a lot of the times we have to be the one willing to put in the work so that we can get that assistance from the divine. So it's like people could project onto you that you don't work hard for it, but this is the thing. This is the thing, pound number two. People know that you work hard. They've seen it in action. But in order to make themselves feel better and to soothe their insecurities, they have to have this narrative of you that makes them feel better about themselves, makes them not have to look at themselves as deeply. Because if they can see you in that light as not working hard for anything, then they can feel better about themselves because then they don't have to work as hard as you. So you have to understand that a lot of things, pound number two, are simply mind games. And you can't allow people to play mind games too. I feel like this is a message for you, pound number two. Just understand that. Don't let people play mind games with you because that's all it is. It's like to trick you, to make you think you're doing something wrong and you're not. You're out here hustling. You're out here taking care of yourself. You're out here paying your bills and being an adult because that's what an adult is about. We have to pay bills. I don't know why people feel some type of way about people having like a lot of money and using that wisely. Like nobody wants to live paycheck to paycheck. So it's important to have multiple streams. I feel like you have multiple streams of income, and I feel like you use your creativity also. So maybe you have a business, pal number two, and this is something people secretly think. You know, they could feel like, oh, it's because of that business. Oh, well, I created the business. It's because of me. So people, like I said again, maybe you have a business and people want to attribute the success to that, but it's like, oh well, how number two did that? Okay, so again, don't take on people's projections of you, pound number two, because when you don't fit into a narrative that people created for you, because a lot of times people believe their delusions. They believe what they make up in their head. Trust me, I know somebody like this. They believe what they make up in their head. And they don't fact check it. Like they don't see if it's true or false. They just believe it. And then when you don't show up as that, they feel threatened and they come up with something new. They come up with a new character of you. Think of it as a TV show with different characters. They come up with different characters of you so that they don't have to feel bad about themselves because they are the ones comparing themselves to you. It's not you doing anything wrong, number two. So just remember that. We live in a world where people size each other up. They compare themselves to you because they're stuck in a matrix and they're low vibrational, okay? Not because there's something wrong with you, all right? That was a message I had to get out. But yeah, pound number two, you're self-made and people know that. They just have to make themselves feel better by saying that you're not, okay? Again, people are delusional in a negative way, all right? Then look at this card here. It says divinity. So people's secret thoughts of you is that, you're angelic, you're very kind and very sweet. You're very kind and sweet, okay? I feel like people want you to be mean so bad, but you're not. I feel like because of how you look, how you present yourself, or what you have, people kind of stereotype you. Like, for example, if you're an attractive man, you're a handsome man, you have a good credit score, a nice house, nice car. Other women may be like, oh, he sleeps around, or he must not be the committal type. Like you could have people put these stereotypes on you. The same thing for women. Like you could have a nice car, a nice house, and somebody could think, oh, she has a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, or really it's you. Please disregard background noises. It's my niece and nephews. Okay? But yeah, like people could try to come up with these stereotypes, but it's really you. I feel like you show people that stereotypes aren't real. Like people secretly feel through you that they can't believe everything that they think. They can't go based off stereotypes because sometimes like people believe in stereotypes, but you have to realize that a lot of the times it's not true. Okay. With this card right here with the cat card, not hunt, it says not a cat hunting. So there's something about the number 14. That could be your birthday. Take what resonates. 4 plus 1 is 5, and we have 2 5s here. So 5s may be significant to you. May be significant, the month of May. But yeah, with that cat card, you're very ambitious. Like you are somebody who you go for what you want. You don't allow fear to stop you. You don't allow certain things to hold you back. Okay. You don't allow stereotypes and what people think of you to hold you back. Okay. This is something that people secretly think of you. They think that you're resilient. They think that you're confident. Okay. Especially with all that yellow, it makes me think of the solar plexus chakra. You're strong-willed, and I feel like you've done this with the support of no one. And I really feel like pile number two, like if you have a business here, it's given like people didn't want to support you on purpose, but it's like you didn't need their support. And I feel like whatever you're doing now is successful and it's going to be successful. Okay, so keep going. There's a message here. Keep going. Pile number two, but people secretly feel like you're self-made because you supported yourself while they doubted you. Okay. The next card we have is a 10 of cups. Yes. You're headed towards this if you're not already there. People secretly think that, your life is going to be very happy. People secretly think that you're the type that's going to get the happy ending, okay? The marriage, or if you want to do something like that, maybe you don't believe in that, okay? So take what resonates, but people see you as ultimately ending up with somebody you love, maybe some children, a nice house on the countryside or in the city. Like people see you living this life of luxury, okay? Pound number two. Whether they want to admit it to you or not, people see you as very luxurious or headed towards a rich lifestyle. Okay. People could think that you might marry rich. Okay. That's something people secretly think. It's like it will happen naturally for you. Have you ever seen the movie called Just Right, and how she had to one of the girls on there, she had to pretend to be somebody else, set up these scenarios so where she could marry the basketball player. It's given like with you don't have to do that, power number two. You already have that energy and that essence. Like you don't have to pretend to be somebody else. Like you are authentic, so it just attracts people to you. Next card that we have is the Fool card. So it's given like you make money in your sleep, pile number two. It's like there's always new beginnings for you, new blessings, new opportunities. You may network with people so people could secretly think that you're always networking, or you're always finding ways to like fill your pockets. Okay. You're always finding ways to secure yourself or to make business deals. Okay. Because you come off like a Capricorn, pile number two, or an earth sign. Take what resonates, but it's like you know how to make money. Okay. You could be somebody who's into real estate, or there's this YouTuber, you remind me of her, pal number two. She knows how to like manifest money. I think her name is like the Love Gal, and she talks about how to manifest money, and she's very good at it. So you could be somebody who's just very good at maintaining money and saving money. Okay, that's something people secretly think that you have a lot of money, because that's emphasized here. The next card that we have is vitality. So you take very good care of your health. I feel like you eat healthy, you work out, like you have some form of therapy or some form of like self-care that you do to take care of yourself and to help yourself grow. There are certain things you do. Maybe you listen to podcasts, maybe you take care of plants, or you eat healthy, or you eat plant-based here, or you have a balance of eating meat and eating plant-based. But whatever it is, you're very healthy. Okay. Maybe you take vitamins here, but there's something you do. Maybe you even speak affirmations to yourself, because there's like this, these are cells. These are cells, the cells in our bodies. So it's like you strengthen the cells in your body through the way you take care of yourself, through the way you speak to yourself. Okay. You could be considered an earth angel too. People could think that about you. Maybe you help, maybe you could be like a philanthropist, like you give back, you donate. Okay. That's something people could secretly think, like you don't just hoard your money, you actually spread it around. The next card that we have is trust. So I feel like a lot of people feel like they can trust you, while some people may feel like they can't. Other people feel like they can, because this energy you have is very inviting. And the people who feel like they can't trust you are often the ones who are the haters, the ones that you're going to see right through, pound number two. Because I feel like you're very humble, you're not cocky. So it's like you're a beautiful person. And people who are low vibrational want to put stereotypes on you. And I feel like you're very wise and you can see right through them. So they don't come in your vicinity. Okay. They don't come in your vicinity. So people look, for example, like this is you minding your business, and this is the low vibrational people. It's like even with your eyes closed, they can't mess with you, because I'm getting like a John Cena reference where he was like, "You can't see me." Somebody may like that. That's crazy that that came through. But it's this energy also too. Like you're very kind, pie number two, but you also don't play. So people could secretly think like they don't want to get into an argument or anything with you, because you're going to read them their rights. Okay. You're going to read them. Literally, you're going to tell them the truth about themselves, things that they might not even acknowledge. Like you're going to bring the bones out of their closet, okay? Because not only are you intuitive, you also are quick-witted. Power number two, this is something people secretly think of you. I feel like you've learned to advocate for yourself and defend yourself, especially with having to be your own biggest supporter, having to be your own biggest cheerleader for years. Because I feel like there's something you've done for years and it's finally paying off now. So you deserve that. You deserve the payout. You deserve whatever it is, pound number two, because you worked hard for that. Okay. So look at this right here. I feel like a lot of people doubted you. Look what it says. I am so sorry for not believing in you. Yeah, you had people who didn't believe in you. So if you felt like that, pound number two, you were absolutely correct. But it's like the tables are turning because you've become more successful. Maybe you have an audience, or maybe you have a clients or a customer base now. You know, maybe you're selling to different countries, different states. Okay, maybe you have a product here that you ship out, but whatever you've done in the past is paying off. Okay, maybe you have a herbal business. Some of you could sell jewelry, or you could sell makeup, okay, or lipstick, okay, because you got something with lips. So people secretly, people's secret thoughts is that they like your lips. Maybe you have a pretty cupid's bow, or you wear like pretty colors like red and pink, and like I'm getting like a wineish purple, that kind of color. Also, you have like a person that wants you back, okay? It says, please come back. So somebody's secret thought, pile number two, is that they want you to come back. So this could be an ex, or this could just be people you've departed from. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends as well. Just take what resonates, because you're gonna know based on who pops into your mind. And then we have Marvin Gaye, distant lover. So yeah, it could be somebody you've departed from, like somebody you don't talk to anymore. Excuse me. But yeah, it's somebody that you don't talk to anymore. Okay, so maybe this could be an ex, or this could even be like exes from years ago. But it's like whenever you heal, whenever you have these spiritual glow ups, it's something about people from the past can just feel it energetically. So you may have people like showing up in your, on your friends list, pile number two, or you may be thinking about these people, like, or you may see these people, like because they're whenever you cut off old energies, it's like they sense that something is different and they try to come back to see what it is because consciously they don't know what it is, but they know on a spiritual level something is different. Okay. So people secretly think that you've shifted here, especially if these are distant lovers or people who have crushes on you. Then we have Flo Millie featuring Little Yachty, Never Lose Me. So yeah, this is giving like love because in that song she's saying like I don't ever want to let you go. So people could secretly be possessive of you, pound number two, especially if these are people you don't talk to. They could still feel like you're theirs. But that's the energy, okay? I don't think I have any channel messages. So yeah, thank you, pal number two, for coming to this reading. Mwah. If you would like to book a reading, that information is in the description. And to all my new subscribers, hello and thank you for tuning in. Peace. All right, give me just a second, pal number three. Alrighty. Welcome to your reading, pal number three. I just want to say thank you to all the people who wait and are patient. I know I have a different speed when I do these readings, but I appreciate all the people who are patient, okay? Because it takes time to create beautiful art, okay? Like if you think about a painting, is it finished in 3 days, 3 weeks? Like a lot of paintings take people at least a month or two, okay? So let me get these readings out on my own time, okay? All right. So, power number three, what are people's secret thoughts of you? So, people secretly believe that you are not of this world and that you're meant to be famous or influential in some way. So people could feel like you're different, like you don't go by the status quo, you don't go by societal standards and norms. It's like you're doing your own thing and you're very, very unique. And it's something about your uniqueness that will be noticed, okay? Because the world loves unique people. Contrary to popular belief, the world loves unique people. We live in a world where people want to conform, but at the same time, think about people who are highly unique, like Erica Badu, Lady Gaga, like people who have their own type of style stand out, like Tyler the Creator. Like they're all unique, and guess what? They've made an impact in some way. I apologize for the noise in the background. My niece and nephews are back there. But yeah, let's get into the cards. So the first card we have is fluidity. This made me think about like gender. So pile number three, you may be gender fluid, you may be androgynous, you may like and this doesn't even have to be gender fluid. Maybe you don't go by patriarchal standards of what a man is supposed to be, or what a woman is supposed to be, or what a non-binary person is supposed to be. Okay, you defy gender in some way. These are people's secret thoughts of you. You defy gender. Okay, and maybe you've recently come out, or you're open about your sexuality here, and take what resonates. Okay, because this may be for a few. So if this message is not for you, then disregard it. But for those of you who this is for, this is something people secretly think. Okay, with the fluidity. Also, fluidity makes me think of like you being in tune with your emotions and having good emotional regulation, having good emotional intelligence. Okay, this is something people secretly think, whether you're male, female, or non binary. Then we have choice. Okay, so I feel like you choose to march to the beat of your own drum. You make certain choices that go against the grain. You make certain choices that are different from what society expects you to do. Okay, because I feel like there's this energy of you define certain things based on race, gender, and class. Like you do things different from what the stereotype would say. Okay, you may resonate with pile number two because we talked about excuse me, we talked about stereotypes. Okay, so the next card that we have is the moon. So I feel like people feel like you're very like you're mysterious and magical. And also you're in your divine feminine energy. Even if you are androgynous, it's something about you having a feminine energy regardless of the way you present yourself. Even if you're dressing masculine, there's something about your energy being feminine, okay? And again, the moon makes me think of emotions. You're tapped into your emotions. I feel like you're not ashamed of your emotions. I feel like, again, you could be some type of musician as well, because when I think about musicians, like they put their emotions into their music, and then when you see them perform, you can see the emotion. Okay. So there's something about you like being unapologetic about your emotion and how you live your life. I feel like you live your life very passionately, and this is something people secretly think, pound number three. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. So there's certain crafts you have that you're very good at. And you could actually like people see potential in you. Power number three. That's people's secret thoughts. Like whatever you have could grow bigger. So you could have a gift of singing, you could have a gift of writing, you could have a gift of cosmetology, whatever you have, people see you going higher. So for example, if this is cosmetology, you could be working for people like Beyonce or Rihanna, or Janae Aiko, or SZA. Like so many different types of people you could work for. Or if this is like writing, you can write songs for people, or you can write books or movies. Like you could be doing what Jordan Peele is doing. Or for example, like if you want to sing, like you can make your own company, or you could be independent. Like whatever it is, like people really feel like you have the potential to do it or to be noticed in some way, power number three, because of your uniqueness. That's something people secretly think. Like with options here, you could be multi-talented. So maybe you're good at acting, writing, singing, modeling. Maybe you're good at photography. It's like you're good at different things. Maybe you're good at doing makeup and hair. And it's like you're kind of like a jack of all trades, pound number three. And this is something people secretly think, and they feel like there's like endless possibilities for you. Like you would never be broke. Pound number three. I don't know why, but I'm getting like there's been crazy things coming through my readings. Like I don't listen to what's his name? It's this rapper. I don't listen to him. Is it like NBA YoungBoy? And the song "Never Broke Again" is coming up, so somebody may resonate with that because that just came through. Okay. But yeah, people see you as multi-talented and you can move through different careers in life. Like you could do something for a couple of years and then do something else. But whatever you do is going to be lucrative. It's going to be a good income. You're going to make a good salary. Okay. So you may come from pound number two because we did talk a lot about money there. Take what resonates. The next card we have is no need to do. And this makes me think about societal standards because you see how it says do that and do this. And it makes me, these two makes me think about the gender binary of men and women. So you're somebody who's like, I'm not going to do that, period. Or maybe you're somebody who's non-binary and you're like, I don't fit into either one of those. Okay. Take what resonates because that may apply for some, right? But yeah, it's like you defy standards. You don't allow yourself to be held down by what society expects. It's like people can secretly see you as like a rebel. They see you as radical as well, in a good way. Okay. So let's get to the last couple of cards here. And also when I was getting into your energy pad number three, like I apologize if this is triggering, but I kept hearing like sometimes I feel like a motherless child, and then we literally have passed on loved one, mother. So for those of you who have lost your mother, I'm sending you so much love. Okay, so much love, so much peace and condolences and healing. Okay. Take what resonates if that message is for you. Okay. Because there's a mother coming through, wanting to give you some love. And I'm hearing like, I'm okay now. Because the song your mother is bringing through, pile number three, is a song by Janae Aiko, and it's called Jukai. Okay. And in the end, Janae is saying, I made it out alive. I made it out alive. I'm okay now. So if you need to hear that message, pile number three, your mother, however she passed, or however the relationship you had with her, she's okay now. Okay. I'm gonna put that in my description. Okay. But yeah, you have somebody watching over you. I feel like your mother has become like your guardian angel. Because I'm seeing like some wings and like a person just watching over you, especially when you're crying. I feel like this person is there. But I feel like somebody needed that message. And that would make sense because we have the moon here. Okay. And look, we have the eighth house, secrets. Secrets. Okay, so people could also, maybe you are a psychic, okay, and you help people connect with past loved ones, okay? So people could secretly think that you are into spirituality or things that are taboo here. And then the eighth house also talks about, death. So it would make sense that a past loved one would come through in a reading. And this is very unique. because I'm so happy because like my mediumship abilities are growing. So it's like it comes through at random times, you know? And I'm grateful that I'm able to pass on this message because I really feel like somebody needed to hear that. I really feel like somebody needed to hear that. So yeah, it's just all correlating. Like sometimes when I look at these cards, I will read it one way, and then as I'm getting through the reading, I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. So that's what's coming through. Okay. Scorpio energy is also coming through. You may be a Scorpio. Take what resonates here. But yeah, past loved one came through. And when they came through, was like my heart was lighter. So there's something about your mom wanting you to like lighten the load on your heart and open up your heart. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was a message that came through Pattern Three. Okay. I pulled a lot for you. It was something about your power. I felt like I needed to pull a lot because you are very mysterious, pile number three. So it was like I needed a little bit more. So people secretly want like more from you, like maybe a little bit more conversation or just being around you more because they value your personality, they value you. Like people feel like you're a gem, like a diamond, something to be taken care of. But I feel like you're just very, very cautious. And that's okay, pile number three. It's gonna take you a while to open up, okay? So look, we have Lotto Sunday service. Okay, so with this something like you could also just be the type of person to just do not play. People secretly, oh, okay, this is what I'm also getting. Oh my God. So, pile number three, you could be a spiritualist, you could be a tarot reader. People could secretly think like you're gonna put a spell on them or something like that. But I don't even get that you do like hexing or stuff like that. But that's very funny. I feel like you would be laughing right now. Like people could think like they have to tread lightly with you because you might put something on them, but I feel like it's karma. It's not because you did that, okay? So that's coming through. Then we have Taurus energy. Okay, you may be a Taurus here. Take what resonates. People also feel like you're beautiful. Like again, you may be into cosmetology. Like people secretly feel like you're good at like doing your hair, doing your nails. Because like we have manicure. So people secretly think you keep your nails done and they think that they look really nice. Or people think like you may spend a lot of money on yourself to get it done, but I feel like you may be somebody who does your own nails, or maybe you have a personal nail tech, or you just go to a certain person who just always gets you right. Okay. The next card we have is be dominant. So you are somebody who is dominant. So people secretly think that you're dominant, like in whatever you do. You could be a Leo too, like you could want to perform and maybe people feel like you dominate the stage, in a good way, you dominate certain situations. Like you overcome a lot too here. Pile number three. I feel like you're very tapped into the spiritual world as well. And this may be something people don't think of when they see you because you know how most people, there's like a spiritual aesthetic. Maybe you don't have that aesthetic. Maybe you just dress and people won't assume you're spiritual because you don't wear crystals and evil eye necklaces. Like maybe that's not your vibe, pal number three. And it's like people may not know that you're spiritual until you start talking about things and revealing things, okay? Please disregard any background noise. The last card that we have is you act like a Sagittarius. So again, you're into the spiritual world, okay? But also you're somebody who, you're very blunt. You also don't play. You know how Sagittarius energy can be like kind of cutthroat and very blunt, very vocal. Also, Sagittarius makes me think about Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, and liking to expand. So yeah, you are meant to be influential because you're gonna expand. This influence is gonna expand because I'm seeing like a domino effect, you know? I'm seeing like a domino effect. I'm sorry I had to pause it because my niece and nephews are just making a lot of but yeah. Also, Sagittarius is the centaur, so it makes me think about being at two places at one time. So maybe you could have like two careers you want to do. People secretly could see you as being spiritual, but also being a musician. There's something about music that keeps coming through because Lotto is, into music. So maybe you like to rap too. Maybe people secretly think like you're a good rapper. Okay. And then Taurus too. Taurus, I know a lot of Tauruses like to make music, or they're good at it though, because Venus energy, that's Venusian. People secretly think that you're very beautiful as well. Okay. I'm sorry about number three. It's just like sometimes like my niece and nephews, like I'll get through the whole reading very smoothly. And then it's like when they get to the end, they want to make a lot of noise. So just again, disregard it, okay? I'm just like when I make readings, I like it quiet, okay? But I gotta compromise with them sometimes, okay? All right, pal number three. That was your reading. That is what people secretly think. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for tuning in. And if you would like to book a reading, that information will be in the description box below. And to all my new subscribers, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Mwah. Peace.